Hello there everyone, this is Jeff Perkins with File Magic Cutlery. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the Microtech Death on Contact. For anybody that's familiar with Microtech, you can see that they are in the middle of changing their packaging. This is an authentic Microtech. It is not one of the China clones or anything like that. So I thought I'd throw the packaging in there. The new box is a little bit different looking. This shows the model number, the MCT1534 Death on Contact manual opening with a standard blade. Other side shows their Made in the USA Eagle Claw with a flag through it. So it is a little bit different on the packaging than it's been in the past. They used to come with the little bags and that type of stuff, and an older two-piece box that kind of slid open. Looks like they're showing the manual of how to handle each knife, and it looks like it shows each different type, both manual as well as a switchblade type. So that is what the new packaging looks like, and of course there is the new knife. Let's go ahead and get that box out of the way and the little rock I was using to stop the glare. So let's see. Well, the flip says it all, doesn't it? Very smooth, very fast, opens with command. This is a nice heavy knife. It's got a lot of weight to it. It just feels like a tank in the hand. I love the way that choil feels. It's been pretty nice to play with. The lock bar is a little tight. It's not that it's grabbing or anything like that. It's just it's got some pressure behind that lock bar, and the detent is pretty strong. Takes a little bit of thumb power to get that over. But as far as the opening, nice and smooth. It's got that nice big heavy blade that once it gets moving and that detent lets go, it just flies open and locks into place. It's got that nice lock sound as it goes in. Let's go ahead and bring up a close up here. It is the serial number of 2193 Death on Contact manual opening, and as you can see, it is a pretty new one. This one was made February of 2015, and we are just in March of 2015 right now. So definitely new from the factory. No damage whatsoever. The handles are in perfect condition. The pocket clip has been cut down a little bit. For those of you that have seen some of the reviews in the past, the clip was pretty hellacious, really stuck into the person's hand. Now you can still feel it a little bit, but nowhere near what they had going on when the knife was first released. So let's go with some of the overall specs. Of course, made in America. Definitely a tactical type knife. Overall size on this one, it's a big one. It's a full 9 inches. The blade length is 3 3/8 inches, and closed length is 5.5 inches. It does have the LMAX steel. So they've switched it up a little bit. It's got some very nice grind lines, and the LMAX is right there, so it does show that it is the LMAX steel. This, like every other Microtech I have ever played with, has an incredibly sharp edge. So true to form, it is incredibly sharp. The quality of their edge always seems to be very nice. I like that compound grind they got going there. They got the big swedge in the top, and this thing is just incredibly thick. It is one solid brick of a knife. Overall weight on this one, shoot, I'm gonna have to go back and look. It is one of the heavier knives that I've got. It does have the titanium back spacer. They do the nice jimping. We've got a nice size lanyard hole so you can throw a lanyard through. Of course, they do have their proprietary hardware going, the tri-wing, which can be a pain in the butt. I would love to take it apart and do some anodizing on the back spacer, as well as maybe the lock bar here. The pocket clip is showing a patent pending, as well as the A Marfoni and the M Strider. But it is going to be a steel pocket clip, as well as the rest of the hardware. It's only the lock bar and the back spacer that are the titanium on it. Again, this one it opens so nicely. It does have the black grip tape in there. Wasn't quite sure what I was going to think of that. Never really liked the idea of having grip tape on a knife. It does give you some nice purchase, some good traction as you're holding it. It doesn't catch in your pocket like I was afraid it might, so no negative there. Just thought it might look a little bit nicer with maybe some carbon fiber or something like that in there. The handle material itself is the aluminum, and it's been coated. Not a big fan of aluminum handled knives personally. I just don't like the way they wear. As you use it and beat it around and take it out and it gets nicked and dropped and all that kind of good stuff, it's just bound to lose some of that black coating and show the metal underneath. So that's just a personal preference. Just not a real big fan of the aluminum handled knives personally. Although this one is very, very nicely put together. The quality is very nice. Fit and finish is really good. It does have the steel lock bar face in it, and we look like we're about 20 to 30% lockup. It is as tight as it's going to get when it's locked up. So nice and tight, no movement, side to side, up or down. The thing is just completely solid once you've got it in your hand. It's a good size knife. I really like the feel of it when you're gripped up in the choil. Not quite as excited about not holding it in the choil. I think this is one that I'm just automatically going to go to putting my finger right into that choil. When it's back a little bit further, that pocket clip is a little bit more noticeable. It does have some jimping up on the top here that you can get your thumb into. Again, when you got your finger up in that choil, it really gives you more purchase. It really makes it feel nice in the hand. When you do the reverse grip, you've got the jimping here in the back spacer, so that's all nicely done. Of course, this one to me is screaming, I need a lanyard. But I'm probably going to go ahead and put this one up for sale. Again, it's just the fact that it's got the aluminum handles. I've always wanted one of these. I'm glad I got it in my hand. Got her all ordered in, and it is nice quality. Just overall, I'm not a big fan of the aluminum and the wear and tear factor. If I'm going to spend as much as you have to spend on one of these, I want it to stay looking good as long as possible. So I'm definitely more of a fan of the G10, titanium. Even the carbon fiber seems to be holding up pretty nicely. Definitely a very, very sharp looking knife. The lines on it are all crisp and clean. It's definitely put together really nicely. Everything fits nicely. There's no edges sticking up or anything like that. No gaps where there shouldn't be gaps. Thing's in great shape. And that looks like a little bit of packing stuff in there. So, But yeah, overall, definitely nice, high quality. Thing flies open with command, locks up nice and tight. Again, I really do like the way that feels in the hand when you're in that choil. You got it gripped up on it. A good heavy knife. I'm definitely into the bigger, heavier knives, and this one definitely fits that bill. If we could only come up with a little different handle material, that would be great, but that's just a personal preference on my end. Of course, I'd love to have one of the custom ones that has either the G10 or the full titanium handles, but those are going to be a little bit out of my price range. So overall, very nice quality, good solid knife. Microtech lives up to their name. They've got a pretty good name out there for quality. This one doesn't look like it's going to need to go back, so wouldn't be any customer service issues on this one. I've had a couple issues in the past with customer service, and definitely a lot out there on blogs, but I'm not really going to go into that at this point. Overall, very happy with the knife. Good quality knife. Nice, solid, very nicely manufactured. Can't go wrong. If you're going to be in the price range of about $300 to $350, definitely a good choice of a knife out there. This one will probably be going on eBay for me here in the next day or so, just to move it out and maybe get something new in and see if I like it any better. Well, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next review.